Twitter pulled a Netflix. Julia Boorstin with us now. Top and bottom line, not bad, but the user numbers, not good. What's going on?
Well, John, Twitter did beat on the top and bottom line, but its user numbers came in 1 million lighter than anticipated, and the company also warned that user growth will slow. But perhaps most concerning for investors is that its second quarter revenue guidance fell short of expectations. The company did not change its long-term goal of doubling revenue by 2023, but Morgan Stanley says that these results may cause some investors to question Twitter's ability to meet or beat its multi-year revenue outlook. And they note that these results speak to execution challenges that Twitter faces to build a durable advertising business. And I think that we are seeing something interesting here, John, in a divergence between the tech behemoths and the companies like Twitter that are just one step below them. Amazon's ad business is accelerating, and it brought in nearly $7 billion in revenue in the quarter. That's nearly 7 times as much as Twitter, just to put that all in context, John.
Yeah, Julia, I'm starting to think maybe Twitter is several steps below some of these. I'm looking now. I look at these Twitter results, I think of Snap. Snap now has twice the market cap of Twitter, up near $100 billion. And the growth at Snap, its daily user growth was 22%. Revenue growth was 66%. How come they are managing to be kind of a niche social player and succeed and Twitter can't?
Well, I think these are two very different companies, and it's interesting, John, that you use the term social player, because Snap would say they're not a social network. They're a communications tool for communicating with your close tie friends. These are your closest friends, and they are premium content. So that premium content obviously gets higher advertising rates, it's more predictable, etc. So Snap is all about this premium experience, whereas Twitter is about communicating with people or following people who you don't know. It's not about those close relationships, and because the content is user-generated, for the most part, it's a little bit more unpredictable for advertisers. So such different companies in terms of the types of relationships on them and also the value to advertisers. And I think when it comes to the reopening play, John, Snap, people are going to be out there making new friends. They want to connect with them, and maybe they're spending less time at home on their computers, toggling between their work and Twitter.
So what does this mean directionally, maybe even strategically, you think, for Twitter? Because I don't see Evan Spiegel getting hauled in front of Congress. I don't see him sweating or worrying about these iOS 14 changes. You know, he's managed to carve out this nice space for himself that is higher growth and apparently lower hassle than Twitter, right?
Lower hassle. I mean, Evan Spiegel has made a big deal for a long time about their commitment to privacy. But I also have to say, Twitter said that while there would be a measurable impact of the iOS changes, it would not be meaningful. So definitely a lower impact in terms of percentage for Twitter than for Facebook. So I don't think they're as much as at risk as many might have thought in terms of that bigger question of, you know, how much ad targeting is going to be limited by Apple's operating system change. But I think directionally, Twitter's trying to diversify its ad base. They have direct response advertising, which is a small but growing part of the business that's been very valuable for other players such as Snap. And I think that Twitter is going to just try to make sure that it has a variety of revenue streams, not just brand advertising going.